Damn, dude, look at that. Look at that, dude. Look at that, man. Hmm. I wonder if this, I mean, if we see a rejection, we're going to see a move down. But if they can pop this, you can see if we can get our last two targets hit. Hey, good morning, Mindset. Good morning, Seeing Look. Good morning. Yes, yeah. So if we see this rejection, we're going down. So I'll give myself more profits in this. It's just two micro contracts. I've already took the bulk of my profits already. So yeah. So yeah, it got 2 points away from what I thought. I thought it was going to get to 27, but it got to 25. Oh well. So I was in the thing with Bookmap Chat this morning, and I saw a lot of people saying that they was going to short 20K, and I did my good Samaritan thing this morning and said, hey, I've seen this thing a million times. We're not going to short at 20K. We're going to more likely see a squeeze, and we'll probably see a squeeze up to 2027 or possibly up here to 45. And this is what I was actually looking for them to hit. But I haven't got stopped out of this yet. So, I mean, we can still get there. But I was looking at that 27 level to be that first level that we see rejection. We are seeing it. So I'm thinking that the market may come all the way back down to where my break even is. But at the same time, how bullish this is, I'm thinking people are going to buy this. But yeah, so yeah, one of the guys in the chat was talking about he went 10 minis at 20K going short. And I was like, bro, I, 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 I wouldn't do that. This shit is going to squeeze. And sure enough, right at open, we got this short squeeze up higher. We have people taking their profits. Right now, they're holding the 21 EMA, but we might see this rejection right here because they're having a hard time at this neckline. So we may see this rejection down, and we could possibly get down here to VWAP. So that's what I'm going to be looking for or watching for. So we'll see if we get that. And this is what I'm talking about. See, we got this rejection here. They're having a hard time right there. So we're going to probably see that rejection. And the market possibly maybe trying to get back into this area right here. So all in all, it's a good trade. If the bulls don't hold this, then yeah, I'm out of this. Well, I guess I spoke too soon. Maybe I'm not out of this. I'm not going to move my stop back. I'm going to keep my stop exactly where it is. I'm going to start to implement a new rule that once my stop moves up, it doesn't move back. So yeah, that's going to be my new rule. But what I could do, let me see. Okay. No, I'll keep it right there. I'll keep my stop right there. I'll keep my stop right there. But kind of giving you an update from yesterday. So yesterday, I kind of traded all day, and I was just trading, just to trade, and uh, I did have a lot of lesson learned, a lot of lesson learned yesterday. I was in a sim, and I was kind of taking trades to see how they would play out. And at the end of this little experiment that I conducted, I lost about 15K. 15K. And the reason why I lost so much is because one, I over leveraged. Two, I disregarded what the charts were telling me. I was trading based off of my bias versus what the charts were saying. Now, originally, early in the stream, I was trading the charts. I saw that it was a short opportunity, so I went short. Get some more of that profit in there just in case it does drop. Uh, Probably be like 3 points off from this high from the 50. Because I highly doubt that. I mean, we've seen a rejection from here. It's highly likely that we're going to get another leg down. It's highly likely. So I'm going to get as much profits out of this as possible because it's likely that we will see some downside and them coming back to VWAP. But first, I was over leveraging, and secondly, I disregarded the charts. Now, once we got that bounce at 771 yesterday, my initial bias was that that was just a dead cat bounce, and that it was going to come back in, and we was going to see a rejection. That was my bias. Obviously, we did not get that. We had the market make this massive move to the upside, and we barely got a drop going into the close of the session. And I'm not going to lie, that like losing 15K in the sim, it just really opened my eyes. Like, man, it's like it really is emotional trading that destroys accounts. It really is. Like once you shift from the charts to your hearts, like it literally kills your accounts. It literally did. And I was looking at that 15K. I was like, wow, I lost 15K. Not even in 24 hours, but in less than an hour. In less than an hour. Over leveraging, trading with my heart, and not the chart. And yeah. So last night I kind of wrote in my journal, and I made a promise to myself that I'm not going to actually. So actually, let's look at that trade because I took this off stream. Okay. Anyway, but anyway, so when I shift from my charts, when I shifted from the charts to my heart, I lost so much money, and I told to myself, I made a promise to myself that never again. I don't care how I feel. If I see something on the charts, that should always override what I feel that the market should do. And as I look at Bookmap's chat, it kind of solidifies that for me because it's like, a lot of these people, I mean, everybody has differing opinions. And I'm not saying that one opinion is more superior than somebody else's opinion because we've all made money and we've all lost money in the markets. But the one thing is for certain, once people get married to their bias, they're unwilling to change it. And I'm not immune to that. I'm definitely not immune to that at all. You can see that I can become a stubborn bear as well. But like I said, I've worked to kind of move away from that. But it's just really eye-opening. Because it's hard to see it within yourself, but you can easily see it in other people. And that's just one of the flaws about being human for some freaking reason. I don't know why, but it is. So it does look like we came back into this range, and it does look like the bulls have found support. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. All right, so I wouldn't and there it goes. There it goes. Okay. All right. I mean, if we can get another retest of the 21 EMA, then I wouldn't mind getting back in. You said Gameway, how do I like that 2010 take profit? We didn't get that yesterday, but we definitely got that shit today. And yeah, mine said, uh, mm, yeah, mine said like, I'm always trying to find ways to better myself, and I don't like. I mean, so I'm like I said before, I'm not a political person. I don't support any side politically because I understand that it's all the same shit. They're all playing the same game, but in different ways. So I just come to know that I should not emotionally get involved in politics and people's opinions. But what really does interest me and makes me self-reflect is that even though we have Republicans and Democrats, if you look in the comment section of anything political, you will see that there are just some people that just refuse to see reality. And based on how they feel about a politician or a party, they'll completely ignore all the facts and go with what they feel. And that can be easily translated to on the charts. Like I said, if I have a bias, I will trade in that bias. And it takes me looking at the replay of the stream or reviewing the charts and seeing like, God damn, I can't believe I tried to short this obviously bullish structure. Like, it was obviously bullish. I was blinded by my own bias when it was obviously bullish. Obviously. So yeah, stuff like that. And if I knew yesterday about the job, and I did find it interesting how it was kind of hard to find that report. I mean, I may have missed it somewhere, but as I was trying to find the results of that report, I couldn't find it yesterday. And after seeing what the report said, it's interesting that how do I want to say this? So it's interesting that after the revision, it comes to find out that we almost have 1 million jobs that was previously reported that never existed, that never existed. And it was interesting that I couldn't immediately find that report. I don't believe in coincidences. There's not a coincidence that that happened, that combination happened. And it really shows how bad the economy really is. So if I understood that 800K jobs were revised down, then I would have known that, okay, that's why everybody was buying yesterday, because that signals to the Fed that the economy is in worse shape and that they need to cut rates. And that's why everybody was buying so aggressively yesterday because of that. And I wish I knew that. That's why kind of understanding the news is very important as well. I wish I saw that because I wouldn't have tried to shorten the afternoon if I saw that shit. All right, so let's see if they can get the view up. So I mean, they're buying in this range though. Hmm. And let's see where we at. Uh, hmm. Symposium. We do have the Jackson Hole Symposium starting today. I think that starts at 9, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And that's just, I think that's just the, what is it called? It's just the opening event with the, for Jackson Hole tomorrow. Yeah, so we have the Jackson Hole Symposium starting at 14 minutes, and that's going to be all day. We just had S&P Global Services. So it seems like the composite. Actually, let me just put this right here. So we might see some downside. Yeah, let me see. Anyway. All right, so obviously anything over 50 means expansion. So services expanded and it came right above expectations or the previous consensus. So it came above expectation. This came above, and this shows what is it? Contraction. So we're seeing expansion in composite and services, and we're seeing not contraction in manufacturing. So we'll see how the market reacts to that. But obviously, the market is waiting for this right here, obviously. So we'll see what happens. Hey, Tommy. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what I meant to talk about this morning as well. So I did talk to Smith last night. I did share y'all guys' concerns. As I feared, when Smith got back, it was hard for him to adjust. And he just needed some time. He just needed a break because he was just going through so much at one time. And like I said, we saw it when we know how great of a trader Smith is. We see it. I don't think anybody on YouTube has received the amount of payouts that Smith has gotten. Smith is a great trader. But when he came back, you can see that obviously he was making a lot of mental mistakes in his trading and then reflecting in his trading. And that's when I kind of suspected that he was kind of going through something. But, I'm going to respect his privacy. And just last night we spoke, and he just said that he's just going through a lot and that it's affecting his health. So I guess he's just taking this time to kind of collect himself. He's going to come back stronger. He's going to come back. So yeah, just keep him in your prayers because it's just a hard thing from it's kind of similar to PTSD. He didn't say that, but that's how I'm seeing it. Like when someone is overseas for so long and they get used to a certain type of life and then they come back to regular society is like a shock. It's a shock. And I think it's the same thing that happened to him because he was gone for so long. And now being back with his family, dealing with that and stuff like that, it can be challenging. So he's just taking some time to kind of recollect himself. But he is all right. He is all right. Oh, he's back home. He's back home. And I appreciate that, Tommy. Yeah, it's nice to have Smith. And as I grow as a trader, I really recognize like having somebody to trade with, how important that is. Because yesterday, like usually the role that me and Smith play for each other is if we're strongly biased to one direction, we're like the tap on the shoulder for each other's like, hey, look at this, like take another look at this. You may be trapped in your bias. And I will admit that that's kind of what the role that we play for each other, especially me, because once I become a stubborn bear, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to step out of that. It is kind of hard to step out of that. And Smith has warned me multiple times, hey, take another look, take another look. And he's right. He's right. But like I said, it's hard to not be a stubborn bear. All right, so we did get that rejection at 2027. We are sitting here at VWAP or 2025. I was looking for 27, but we saw that rejection at 25. So we could see it. Let me look at the higher time frame on this. I mean, I've already made the money for the day. Honestly, I should go to the sim and start following my rules. Like from now on, I'm following my rules to the T. Like I'm not playing that game anymore. Like Tuesday and Wednesday, I just feel like those days really affected me. Like it really is like I lost an account that I worked hard to build up, because I broke a rule. And yesterday, I lost 15K in the sim because I just refused to get over my bias. So like now, yeah, like I said, that kind of messed with me. So now it's like I'm so adamant about my rules now. Like these rules are meant to protect me, and if I override these rules, I can't protect myself from myself. And in the process, I lose money. And if that was a real account with my real hard-earned 15K, and I lost that in less than 24 hours, in less than an hour in a session, I like looking at it from that point of view, I can see why the Nasdaq is called the Widowmaker because somebody weak would have probably done it because that's a lot of money to lose in such a short time because you were biased in one direction. Hmm. I mean, we got that rejection. I mean, if the Bulls don't, I mean, the Bulls are gonna have to hold this. So this is a higher time frame chart. Actually, let me just go to the higher time frame chart. The highest. I mean, right now we're making higher highs. We just swept the liquidity above this. So we just swept the liquidity above these highs. I'm pretty sure the real short was at 20K. But as I stated before, because everybody was shorting at this level, everybody was shorting at 20K. That's why we got that stop run higher. And once that stop run higher ran out, we saw that massive drop. Right now, price is sitting at VWAP and the 21 EMA on the higher time frame chart. That's supposed to mean something. We could see the bulls step back in here. That's supposed to mean something, at least on the higher time frame chart. Mm. Let's see something. Let's see. All right, so we got the market to trend down. We got this rejection at this neckline. You can see that the bears are selling it. Let's see if they try to trap high above these highs. Let's see if they try to trap above these highs. I mean, but I doubt it though. I doubt these highs. Let's see what they do here. Let's see if they get back to 2005. But I will be keeping my eyes here at this potential trap. This potential trap right here, I'll keep my eyes on it. This trap right above these highs. Because it's obvious that the all right, and then we got the algo coming. We got Powell coming in the next 5 minutes. We got the algo and we got Powell coming in the next 5 minutes. Now, if price is trying to make its way back up to these highs right here, if it's trying to make its way back up to these highs, it's highly likely for the market to short here. If that's what the market is trying to do, we could possibly see a short here. But technically the structure is bullish, at least for right now. We got this small little range of price action right there. We got the 21 and 50 support. We got the 50 and 200 right underneath it. The algo is historically bullish. We'll see. I mean, we have a lot of bullish indicators, but we are in dangerous territory right now for longs. It's the risk to reward is to the short side, but the momentum is definitely bullish. The bulls are buying this up, so all right. So let's see what they do here. If we can get a break above this high, I think I have enough room. If we can get a break above this high, mm, mm. So it does look like they're finding resistance at this neckline right here. Yeah, I wouldn't take this long right here. I wouldn't. No, well, there you go. Yeah, that wasn't a good long right there. I mean, even though there's a little bit of support here, point of control, that wasn't a good long. I mean, we could see the bulls step up here, but the way that the structure is looking, normally this will be obviously a short, and it would be safe to have at least a retest of 925 at least if we saw a break of this range. And remember that 925 area is where the market rejected the first time. So we can definitely see resistance turn into support. But all right, let's see what happens. Here come the fireworks. Here come the fireworks. Let's see what happens. I mean, if we do see the move down here, I'll be looking to go long here actually. if not 25, possibly at the top of this range. I'm just going to see how price reacts when it gets here. We'll see. Mm. Oh, Jack, I didn't see your question. So that's not my information to share, Jack. But I will say that he was overseas and he was at least gone. He has to go to work overseas for work. Yeah, I mean, he shared that with you guys already. And it's not necessarily the same place every time, but I mean, he's away from his family for a long time. And so that within itself is just, um, that can be stressful because you're trying to maintain a home while you're a million miles away. And we all know that how difficult that can be. Or at least those that, work away from their families, we know that that's just a tough decision to make. But at the end of the day, you have to support your family. So, we'll see. Yeah, I'm looking at 25. I don't trust this as support at all. I don't trust that. It's not looking like the bulls are trying to find support here. It does look like we got some late bulls trying to buy this for a potential retest of these highs. But without news, what I'm seeing is a strong high. What I'm seeing is a lower high, and the market continuously making lower lows to the downside. So that's not ever going to be a long opportunity ever. That's a recipe to go to the downside. But again, I mean, we got Powell today, so he could say something crazy, and this downward trend could definitely do this in an instant. So I mean, it's one of those things where you really got to pick your spots and wait for confirmation. If they don't, what I'm going to wait for, because normally on a normal day I would take a long at the bottom of this range because this is a great spot to go long. But I'm going to wait for a retest of the top of this range to go long. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient on this. So I'll buy the retest because they could possibly try to trap high right here. They can possibly try to trap high right here. So I need a confirmation to go long on this. And this is weak bullish price action right here. That's weak. We know what a strong bullish reaction looks like. We know what it looks like. We know what a strong bearish reaction looks like. And you see right there, that's why you have to wait for confirmation because that's a sell. That's a sell signal right there. Huh. So I wonder, hold on, let's see. Let's see if let's see real quick. Let's see if they got it being broadcasted somewhere because if so, we don't have to. Let's see if they got it. Okay. So so Okay, so Hawker is saying, okay, Powell speaks. Okay, so let's see. See if we can get it. Yep, there goes that short. Yeah, that's why I wanted to wait for confirmation on this one because yeah, look at that short. All right. So the market may be trying to go for that 25. It may be trying to go for 25. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Isn't that poetic justice, dude? Okay. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna wait for that 25 entry. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to see what it does here at that level, at that neckline. You can see that this has been resistance, and it can possibly now be support. You can see that we actually had a gap open above this level. So, I mean, even though that gap was already completely filled, just the fact that we had a gap open above this tells me that there's going to at least be some buyers here. So we'll see. We'll see. We're going to wait for it. At least I'm going to wait for it. I'm going to wait. And I'll take a chance here. All right, so let's see what it does here. I mean, Nasdaq, if it ain't real, if it ain't real. Okay, so let's see. I mean, I would kind of prefer an entry all the way down here. I would have preferred that entry at 904. It definitely would have been a better entry at 904. Okay. Mm, okay. All right. Okay. Hmm. Oh yeah. And today is Thursday, isn't it? Thursday. Actually, let me write that down. Hmm. As per usual, I might have been too early on this. We'll see. Well, that's not something necessarily usual. I'll take this one more time. So I might have been too early on it. Might have been too early on it. 87. All right, so I guess I should have just waited for the range. So initially, what I thought they was going to do was kind of front run this range because we moved down so much. And what I initially thought that they were going to do was kind of sweep this low and then bounce. And that's kind of why I kind of front ran it, or at least this low right here. So when I saw this candle, yeah, I got trapped. I got tricked. So I thought they was going to front run this range as per usual at the Nasdaq. You know what, Jack? Honestly, I've just learned that, dude, it's like I mean, this game we play called life, it's really no point. Like you people that choose to lie, there's really no benefit from lying. Like it really is it really isn't. You may get what you want by lying or deceiving somebody, but we got to live with ourselves. And I find that no matter what kind of mental gymnastics that a person tries to perform, you're always going to wrestle with the shame. Like, look at Nancy Pelosi. They admitted that they, even though that Joe Biden was the nominee for the Democratic Party, and you saw at the DMC that no one cared not one fuck about Harris, but they wanted Joe to remain president. You saw it. That was chanting for Joe. We love Joe. Joe was like, no, it's Harris's turn. It's her turn. They was like, no, we want Joe. They wanted Joe. And in an interview, Nancy Pelosi said she can't sleep at night because of it. That's what I care most about. I want to be able to go to sleep at night. Like, there is nothing in this world that's worth me losing sleep or having to second guess or having to think that, oh my God, I lied to this person. what kind of karma will I get from that? Like, it's no point, man. It's just no point in that. At least for me, it's not. I know there's some people that think that type of shit is cute, but it's just not. And so over time, I don't feel good lying, so I will never lie. But I understand that you have to speak truths in a specific way because so that people will stop and listen. Because I can tell the truth all day, but certain truths people don't want to hear. I like how she keeps stopping me out. Like I like how she keeps stopping me out, dude. Like, dude, stop stopping me out. But maybe I'm just keeping a small. But yeah, going back to my point, man, dude, it's just no point, man. I'm not here to deceive anybody. I'm not here to convince anybody either. I'm here to work. Here to say that, hey, if you want something different, here it is. Here it is, dude. If you want something different, here it is. Honestly, that's probably what I should have waited for. I probably should have just waited for that. I probably should have just waited for this double bottom, and I should have waited for the confirmation. But the Nasdaq can definitely be tricky. The Nasdaq will definitely have you thinking like, man, I don't want to miss this goddamn move. I don't want to miss it. The ES, on the other hand, though, it's kind of straightforward. She's straightforward. She's easily understandable. Hmm. Let me look at the ES real quick. Hmm. And we find a support in this range. Um, so this would be resistance. This would be the equilibrium. That would kind of be support. Hmm. Okay, so I think at least for the Nasdaq's sake, the bears are definitely going to keep trying. But if we can get a pop above these highs, actually, let me see if I'm trying to find that damn Powell interview, Jackson Hole, because I know they got at least have this shit have it broadcasted.
And become more optimistic. I'm not sold on this idea.
Hmm. So it doesn't look like they started. So like I said, I don't think we should have to worry too much about that. Don't worry about too much about that. Actually, Tommy, I'm actually write that down because I think I meant to write it down the last time, but I don't think I did though. So Thursdays are usually the reversal. I think Monday is the consolidation, and usually the continuation on Monday. Tuesdays, how does it go again? How do you say it? So it's like what, Tuesdays? Is that the reversal? Wednesday? Yeah, I guess I'll let you say it. So I'm trying to remember what you said. because that'll be good information. That'll be something for me to remember. Because honestly, I don't even look at the markets that way. So Tommy, you say you're short run. Hmm. It does look like the bulls. It does look like the. It does look like the bears are about to fail here. It does look like they're about to fail. I'll try this. I'll try it. It does look like it. I'll buy into the stops because on today's like this, picking tops and bottoms could be very dangerous without confirmation. But Tommy, why are you targeting 720? Said this is yesterday's close. Yeah. I think they're about to bounce it here. We'll see though. We'll see. And then we can possibly trade right back up into this range right here. I mean, if the bulls are successful, we can possibly see a test at the bottom of this range, and that will be the deciding factor for the bulls for sure. Or actually, it'll be the deciding factor for the bears. So if I was in here at the top of this range, 95, I think I would still be in this. I think I would have got my first target hit. Yeah, I would have got my first target hit, and I would be in 8 contracts if I just waited for the. Yeah, I would have got my first target hit. Yeah, for sure. With 4 points to add. Hmm. We'll see. I'll try it out. I'll try it. I'll try it. Because it does look like this is about to break out. Hmm. I mean, since we got this breakout, I mean, the only thing that it can do is at least trade back up into this range, at least. At least trade back up into this range. I mean, we could see a rejection at uh nah, it wouldn't even make sense. I mean, we could see the rejection at 925. We could, but it just wouldn't make sense. All right, there goes that first target. If I was like, I mean, again, I just have to remember that. So if I just waited for, I mean, if I waited for the top of this range, I would have got my first target hit. I would have took a little bit of drawdown. I still would have been in this trade though. I think I would have taken probably like 10 points of drawdown at max. I think the low was at 81, 881. Yeah, I would have took about 14 points of drawdown. And I think once I saw it come, once I saw that it was finding support, I would have added, I would have scaled in. So exactly where I scaled in, I would have scaled in 5 more contracts. So I'm trying out this strategy now to where I'm gonna take on Apex's little rule because I mean, even though we don't like it, I mean, it's a good rule. It's a good rule that you should have personally in your own trading because DCAing in a losing position, I mean, you're kind of gambling. I mean, I say that I'm saying that more to myself than anything. There's been situations where I would scale into a position and it would go my way, but when it doesn't go your way, that's when it hurts. That one time where it don't go your way, a $500 to $300 loss turns into a $900 loss. And I didn't realize how much risk I was adding onto it until I looked at my P&L when that finally got my stop loss hit. Because every trade that I take that I lose about, I think it's like 460, if I'm not mistaken. I have an 18-point stop, 13 contracts. Yeah, so I lose 468 per losing trade, per losing trade. And adding on 5 additional contracts and having everything come off at like 27 or so if I add to the position, let's just say I added at 9. So let's say if I keep my 18-point stop and I add 5 and have a stop loss at 9. Now that loss turns into a $560 loss. So I mean, so it just increases your loss, and you got to work harder to get the money back. So now I've implemented a rule that I won't DCA into any of my losing trades. What I will allow myself to do is give myself nine more points of risk because I usually trade with a 27-point stop anyway. So at least that's the only thing that I'm allowed to do is give myself 9 more points of risk. And that also is like a $500 loss, I think. Or not, actually, never mind. That's a 27-point loss. I think it's 23. Yeah, I think it's either 21 or 23. Yeah, so I'm only allowed to give myself 23 points of risk to keep my loss at 540. And that's all I'm allowed to do. If the trade doesn't work, it's just easier to take the loss and find the next trade. I'm just really starting to understand that that's just how this shit works. Because I lost so much when I do lose accounts, that's exactly why I lose them. I scale into the account and I don't accept the loss. That's why I lose accounts. Now, I mean, if we do see this rejection here, where's my pen? All right, so if we do see a rejection here, then I think who said 830? Seppuku. I would agree. I would believe that the ultimate target for the market would be that 820 to 830 range, and we would have to get a retest of that low. So I would definitely agree with that. Especially if the bears can get this rejection from this level, especially because that 925 level has been acting as a target for a lot of people, and that rejection there, the rejection we're getting, yeah, that tells me that yeah, we're possibly going to 830. So yeah, this is probably where the market's trying to go. Yeah, and 830 is that value. So we probably might be seeing. Hmm. Yeah, that's yeah. Look at this. They rejected perfectly from that golden zone. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and that 830 level is at 23%. So, hmm. Probably might get to 811. I mean, let's see what they do at this low right here. Let's see what they do at this low. Hmm. That does look super bearish. They would literally have to flip. They would have to. Ah, shit! Look at that. Hmm. They would literally have to flip this candle. Look at that hourly candle on the Nasdaq. That hourly candle. We took out this entire move. 830. I mean, would that be the probably like a sweep of liquidity? Probably 820. Yeah. I mean, if they don't find support at 820, then Tommy might actually get his target. But then if we break 720, and then the ultimate target might be the 685. I've been looking at 685 maybe this entire week for price to trade into 685. Mm. So they did come in at this double bottom. All right. So I mean, we got a double bottom and we got price running away from it. So I wonder if they're going to. We'll see. So if we can get a strong close like right here and we don't see a rejection, I'm going to try for another long. Mm, just perception, dude. Okay. All right. I'm gonna limit into this. I'm definitely getting into that now. Definitely getting into that. I'll wait. I'll wait. Probably like a tick above. I'll wait. Good stop placement on that. That's a good place to have my stop. Because if this is a real long, it really shouldn't even go underneath that 21. It messes with the drive. I mean, I doubt it though. I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm not blind to this either. They may try to trap high right here. Right where my first target is, they may try to trap high right there. We'll see. We'll probably get it though. And don't let nobody ever tell you that there's not algorithms that run this market. That is systematic buying and that's systematic selling. You see how perfect that is? For everybody that think that's a conspiracy, that is not a conspiracy right there. The algos show you that they're in this market by the price action. So, Tommy, I don't think overall that the market is going to go long, but I do want to catch these bounces when they do happen. But I am aware that the market is in a downtrend. Yeah, I saw that too, Maui Maui. I saw that too. That's why I was more confident with this long. And that's why I was waiting for them to, because once I saw that they didn't take out this low, I mean, I don't think that we get a full recovery. That is not what I'm saying. I want to be very clear about that. I don't think we get a full recovery because once I saw that they failed to take it out and we found support, I think that we can at least get up into the back up into this range at least, and then the bears can probably come back down and or come back in and sell the market down. But the bears have failed. The bears have failed to take this down. So what I'm betting on is that they're going to look for higher prices to try again. That's what I'm betting on. Because I'm not going to sell the bottom. Because magically, when I sell the bottom, for some reason, it becomes support. And I don't know why the Nasdaq is so good at that, or how I'm so good at that when I like fine, it's short, fine, and I short it, then all of a sudden my break even becomes support that the market likes to bounce off. I've experienced that too often, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people share that same experience. Yeah, it's looking like it's trying to break out here. It's looking like it's trying to break out here. If you're patient, you can definitely get it if you're patient. Mm, hmm. Oh, I see it. 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 Uh, Tell me if it's true, baby. Tell me if it's true. Tell me if it's true. If it's true, let me know. Mhm. Yeah, I think that's actually where the market's trying to go. Let me see. So, what is that, like 70 or something? 970? Probably back up to the top of this range to sweep the liquidity above that high. It always comes back. It always comes back. Always comes back. It always comes back. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. That's just what the Nasdaq does. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised by any of this. Mm. Mm. Hmm. Ah, shit, I missed it. Ah, fuck, I missed it. Ah, I wasn't paying attention. Ah, I wasn't paying attention. I missed it. Okay, I missed it. I didn't even see that. Okay, so let's see. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. I'm gonna put it right here. Hmm. If I can get this, if I can get, ah, shit, I missed it. Ah, I wasn't paying attention. Or not that I was not paying attention. Hmm. Let's see if it comes back to the 685. I did not see that. I did not see that they ran this. And they basically ran this and they ran that. Hmm. I'm definitely watching this area right here. My biggest concern, and this is kind of why I hate one-way price action. I absolutely hate this. I absolutely hate one-way price action. And just like Tommy says, it's a Thursday. We usually see the reversal on Thursday. Like once we hit major supply, finding that area where the market. So what I should have did was kind of looking back at this in hindsight. I should have. Hmm. I should have recognized this. This is where I made my first mistake right here. Like, I mean, they're gearing up to bounce it. It's just on the Nasdaq. It's just hard to find that bottom. But you can tell that they're trying to bounce this somewhere. They're trying to bounce it. They're trying to find support somewhere in this area. If we can get over 85, then I'm just looking for that bounce. That's all I'm really looking for is a bounce. Because I'm definitely not going to sell down here. I'm not selling down here. The only thing that I can do in a situation like when the market is going in a downtrend is try to identify an area where it could possibly bounce and try to long that. That's all I can do in this situation. Now let me look at the ES. Because I got to stop. I got to remember that the ES is a good indication. So we swept the low right here on the ES. We swept this low. Huh. This is good on it. That's good right there. So if the ES is about to bounce, the Nasdaq is definitely about to bounce. The ES is about to bounce. The Nasdaq's about to bounce, and I'm in on the Nasdaq too. Okay. All right. I mean, the hard part is just trying to find that bottom, or is trying to identify that bottom, because they're not going to go straight down with this. No. If it's real, Nasdaq, let it be real. If it's real, let it be real. You ain't got to stop me out and go without me. Uh, but that's definitely a long for the ES, and that's great stop placement if I'm wrong, especially on the ES. That's a great stop on the ES. The only thing on the ES is just waiting for it. That's the thing with the ES, and that's why I don't like trading it. Is that you gotta wait to see if you're right, and hope that you're right enough to where you can get your first target. Mm. Let me make sure. Let me really look at this. Let me look at this because this is not the best entry. Obviously, the best entry would be at the bottom of this range. Let me make sure they're not trying to trap right here. They're not trying to trap here. Mm. Mm. All right, so I might not make it on the Nasdaq, but let's see if I'm gonna make it on the ES. I'm pretty sure I'm good on the ES. Because if my stop loss gets hit on the ES, I know I'm wrong. I absolutely know that I'm wrong. I just gotta wait for it. Tommy said you should go full port. Come on, Bulls, push this thing. Push this thing. Push it. Push it. Push it. Push it. Push it. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Push it. Push it. That's what I'm talking about. Push it. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hit that first target. Or don't. Break my heart. There we go. First target hit. All right. So we made the 18-point target on the ES. I'm up 5 points on the all right, well, on the ES. Yeah, so I mean the ES is easy to trade. My win rate with the ES is almost 90%. I mean the ES is just so easy to trade. It's and that's why I don't like trading her. She's too easy. She's too straightforward. She doesn't even challenge me at all. The Nasdaq is just so many variables to trade with the Nasdaq. But what I do like to do is because I understand how the ES trades, if the ES ain't set to go long, then I shouldn't even try to do it on the Nasdaq because the Nasdaq, even though it will make a bigger move on the Nasdaq, it does wait for the ES to set up first too, so they can kind of move together. I have noticed that. And there'll be times where I'll look at the ES chart if I'm trading the Nasdaq, and vice versa. I'll look at both charts at the same time. Now, like I said, this could be a trap right here. This could be a trap. But I'm thinking that the market is going to try to at least get back up to the top of this range. That's where I believe the market is trying to go before we see any continuation down, because we know that the market is not allowed to drop in one direction so far, or so far in one direction. And because I understand that, that's why I look for the retracements, and it may look like I'm finding the trend. Now, it was difficult to find the bottom, but I should have waited for that. I should have waited for this one. If I waited for this one, my first and second target would have got hit, I think, and maybe a third. So it got up to, so I got it, if I got in at 95, it got all the way up to 31, 931 minus 895. So yeah, I would have got 3 targets hit if I waited for this bounce right here. I would have took 14 points to draw down, and I would have got 3 targets hit. I got to kind of get out of that habit of trying to front run the Nasdaq. That is a habit that I have to kind of get out of. I have these ranges drawn on the chart for a reason, and I have to remember this to use them. I have to remember that. But I mean, like I said, I'm not perfect. Do get emotional. I don't want to miss the trade. I don't want to miss it just like everybody else. So that was a mistake that I made today, and it cost me. It cost me. A second mistake is what I should have did was when I was talking about it, I should have just took it. I was like, oh man, they could kind of reject here. It was a good place for them to reject. I mean, this area has been used as support and resistance, and that kind of that just tells me that I was kind of trading with my heart because if I'm telling myself that this is a good area to short, well, why am I not shorting it? Like, I mean, why didn't short it? That just tells me that I was trading with my heart. And if I listened to the chart and what it was telling me, I would have got that move down and possibly this move down. Well, actually, I would have gotten both. I would have gotten all my targets hit if I took this one. All my targets would have got hit in this one. So, like I said, I'm taking all that in. I'm gonna try to be more disciplined in the future, just to wait for the range trades, just to see once price trades up into these ranges and see how it reacts, instead of trying to front run it, trying to be smarter than the charts. Now, this trade right here, I mean, this could be looked at in two ways. This was a good entry, but unfortunately, it wasn't a winning trade. Or at least, I mean, it was positive. I think I got like 11 points, but obviously my target is not at 11 points, so this would be considered a losing trade for me. Um, I bought this one because they found support at this 21, but obviously in hindsight, this was just a big two-legged pullback. Obviously, that's hindsight. In the moment, I didn't see that. I didn't see it as a potential two-legged pullback. I saw it as the bulls finding support at the bottom of this range. We had a breakout of this range, and I was buying the retest. It's just unfortunate that I lost in this trade. That's all I was doing, was buying the retest for a move up higher. Uh, but you know how this game is played. It's a risk-free trade now. Let's actually look at my ES trade. So I got 3 targets hit on the Nasdaq, or 2 targets hit. I ain't getting none of my targets hit on the ES. This is why I don't like trading here at times, because I'm thinking that we could see some consolidation, and probably in the next hour, I'll probably get my 10 points. Maybe. If they don't find resistance here at 648. If they don't find resistance here, because you can see that they use this area as support, and then they turn around and use it as a resistance. So this would be considered a break of structure. So if we do get a retest here, they could possibly knock it right back down. But I still believe in this trade. I mean, if I lose it, I think with the ES, all my trades are, this would be a $300 loss if I lose. So if I lose this trade, it's $300, which I can easily make that back. But if I paid attention and got in at this stop, and then, yeah, look at that. Isn't that crazy? 633. So I think it got up to what, 645? So that right there is a 13-point play on the ES. So I can kind of understand why people are taking profits here, or they took profits here at this high. Because at least for right now, it looks like they want to protect this high right here. I could have sworn I had a scale in for the ES. I'll just use the Nasdaq one, but I'm gonna make a note to actually start doing that. $33. We'll see. We'll see if the ES will break my heart. Let me actually look at this on the ES because I don't have this. I'm not even looking at the higher time frame chart for real. So let me look at this real quick. I mean, that's the one I would use, so that's definitely the one I would use. And I think it's the correct one to use on top of that as well. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, we can possibly get back up into this range. We can definitely possibly get up into this range. But it would suck though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna move my stop. Like I said, I don't move my stop anymore. I'm not moving it back. But it will suck if they're trying to double bottom this damn thing. And then it'll go after they double bottom pre-market lows. That would suck. But I have to accept that. I mean, this was a positive trade at one point in time. But it's a 50-50 chance that I can stay in this. It's a 50-50 chance. 50-50. They may find support here and we can see the market run back up, or they want this double bottom. They're so close to it. They can get this double bottom and then run up. And I'm pretty sure that's the objective for the Bears right now. I'm pretty sure. We'll see. All right, so let's look at the Nasdaq real quick. We'll come back to the ES. We'll come back to that. All right, so I did move my stop. So I did get what two targets hit on this one. Hmm. So it does look like the bears want to sell this thing down. Like I said, I don't think that this was a reversal. I just wanted to catch the bounce. That's it. That's what I was mostly looking for, was catching the bounce. But if the bulls are able to hold it here, I am looking for it to trade back up into this range if they can hold it. Hmm. Probably like in the next 20 minutes. We'll see. We'll see if they hold this. We'll see if they hold it. If I can see a strong close, I'm gonna take it. If I can see a strong close, I'm taking it. All right, that's all I need to see right there. All I need for this to all I need for this to do is close. That's all I need for this to do is close. If we can get a strong close, then I'll take it. And that's why we wait for a strong close. That's exactly why we wait. That's why we wait for it to close. Mm. All right, so I am looking at this level. Price finally got to this level. And it looks like I got stopped out of that ES trade. Yeah, I wonder if they wanted to double bottom that on ES. Mm. No, you gotta wait for it. It always comes back to. It always comes back. It always comes back. Always comes back. Always comes back. I gotta remember that from now on, dude. Always comes back. It always comes back, dude. Always comes back. Always comes back. Hmm. Always comes back. Actually, let me look at this real quick. Always comes back. That's the third time it came back. Like I said, man, this is something I gotta work on, man. At this point, it's a habit. It's an impulse, and we'll definitely have to work on it. Because obviously, I wanted my entry at the top of this range. I wanted my entry at the top of this range. I gotta go get her. Actually, don't let that stop me out. But what I should do, what I'm, so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to see if I just waited for this entry, if I just waited for it, how far, how close it was to get to my stop. This is just a learning experience for me now because I did this twice, try to front run the range instead of just waiting for it. Mm, like 60 points. Mm. Uh, yeah, next time I should just, like I said, just wait for it, bro. Just wait for it. Mm. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Okay. Either, yeah, I don't like how they rejected off the 21 like that. That looks like a nasty rejection right here. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a nasty rejection, but we'll see. I mean, they're holding this range at least for now. They're holding it at least for now. The question is how far they want to go. Oop. The question is how far they want to go. I mean, do they want to keep selling this thing down? I mean, we've sold off significantly from the highs. We sold off significantly from the highs. I mean, we had a high of 2025. We sold off significantly from there. That uh, wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be interesting? Okay. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right. All right. Well, today was a red day for me. Today was a red day for me. I think I've only had what I had the winning trades at the start of the stream. I took what 3 or 4 losses today. So I think I've had 3 winning trades and 4 losses. So obviously today will be a red day for me. Um, today will be a red day. I'm not going to trade. So like I said, I'm making all these rules to protect myself from myself. Well actually I'm in the sim anyway, so it's not like I'm in an account, but I still count these as losses. I'm still green in the eval. I'm red in the sim. I won't be revenge trading or anything like that. I have to get that under control. I'm gonna try to remember what you said, Tommy. So you said that on Mondays, you said he said what you said Thursdays are the reversal, right? And what do you said? I mean, is that all you said? You said something else, correct? You said Mondays. I know Mondays are like the continuation from Fridays, but you said Thursdays are usually the reversals, right? And yeah, congratulations on your 200-point win so far. I was trying to short it yesterday, and I'm trying to long it today. So I kind of had a feeling that we was going to get this move down. I kind of had a feeling, but with how regarded these bulls have been, I guess the Bears can have their one day, I guess. But I just know that it's just better to trust the Bulls and the Bears at this point because you get one day of bearishness and you get all this bullishness. Not gonna lie, that sucks. We'll see if they defend it here, if they try to double bottom it here. Okay. But all right, guys, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna classify this as a red day. So, with that said, we'll come back strong tomorrow. Peace out. So Tommy says target hit. Should I close it? Hey, so just trail it. You said that your target is at 720, right? I mean, with this big move down, and we're nearing this double bottom, if you believe in your target, if you believe in your well, we came back to the golden zone, so I will be mindful. But honestly, I'm gonna probably set an alarm for 685 if we get here today. I'll probably set an alarm, but I would trail your position because you can see that we're already bouncing at this golden zone. So, is your position? Just trail it. If you're in 100%, obviously I would trim some of it. I would hate to. I would hate for it to come back all the way back up into this to the bottom of this value area here at 868. So just trail it. Right now, the best place to have your stop would be at like 805. That would be the best place to have your stop at right now. Because if it gets past 805, we're definitely going to squeeze higher. Yeah, if we get above here, we're squeezing. So I would have my stop here at 805. Mm. You say you're trying to get to 720, huh? 720. I mean, we're definitely going to see some resistance at 740. But I still believe in that 685. I believe in 685. I believe that we'll eventually get here. Because this is what I was looking for yesterday, actually. That's why I was shorting until we got here. But obviously the bulls took over. I mean, once we got here and I saw that bounce, I figured that I got short, I think at 8:30 yesterday. And obviously, yeah, this happened. And I kept trying to short it while in the sim. Yeah, Tommy, they only like, dude, I swear, the Bears only come in when you don't want them to. Nobody wants the Bears here today. We cracked that 20K. It's like that's why Bears are called Rainbow Bears because they always come to the party and they piss in the punch bowl. That's all they come to do. They don't do nothing else except piss in the punch bowl. That's it. That's all they do. But when you need them, when you need them, they're nowhere to be freaking found, yo. They're nowhere to be found. The market can be as bearish as hell. We get all this bearish momentum, and they keep giving it back up to the bulls. So it's like, yeah. Shit, you almost there. You said 720 is your you said 720, right? Shit. I would keep trailing. And if you can get your stop really at where you was going to get out, everything else would be gravy. I really think 685 is going to be that level. Let me actually look at this chart real quick. Oh, uh, mm, mm, mm. We'll see what happens. The market just made a 200% move just now. At 723. Yeah, I think you should be good, man. But Like I said, the market just made a 200% move. Mm. Just be mindful, Tommy. Just be mindful. On my other, well, it made a 100% move on this chart. It just made a 100% move, so just be mindful. All right, so we just went through 3 support levels from the top. So that would kind of be resistance. So we went through 1, 2, and this is the third area of support. Shit. Shit, we almost, congratulations, man. Target hit, baby. Target hit. Congratulations, Tommy. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm still looking at that 685 though. Shit, if you got a runner, we might be going to 685. And do you feel like you left all that on the table? Damn, look at that drop. 685. All right. I'm trying it here, and this will be my last trade. I'm trying. I'm trying. Because I was looking for this level all damn week. Yeah, he's definitely going to try here. Shit, we're going to definitely try. All right, so we'll see what happens. See what happens here. Don't be nasty, NQ. No way. You better drop. And that's what I'm talking about. The Nasdaq is just so nasty. That was just nasty. That was so nasty and unnecessary. Hold on, how did I get stopped out of this one? Hold on. How did I get stopped out of this one? How far was I? I could have sworn I got in at 685. 667? Huh, how did I get stopped out of this one? I must not have been in at 685. I got in at 72. I must have got in at a higher level, probably like 90 or something. All right, so when you say freaking lesson learned, man, lesson learned, man. All right, so we got our first target hit. Yeah, yeah, so I was looking for this 685 level all freaking week. All week I was looking for this level. All week I was looking for this level, man. I didn't think they was gonna do it today, but damn it, they got it. Damn, they got it. All right, so I can put this. So, yeah, what kind of sucks is that mm, that kind of sucks because that means I must have got in at like 90 or something. I must have got in at 90. What I should have did was probably put my limit here at 85. That's probably what I should have did, but I kind of want to wait to see what happens. Setting limit orders in the Nasdaq could be a recipe for disaster. Yeah, because if I got in at 685, my stop would have been all the way down here. I think the most I would have gotten is what, 72, 685, 72, about like 11 points in drawdown. $13 points in drawdown. Hmm. Don't be nasty, NQ. Don't be nasty. Don't be nasty. Don't feel me if it ain't real. Hold on, Boo. Hold on. Don't feel me if it ain't real. All right, so I'm gonna keep a close eye on this level because if they come back and use it as resistance, this shit is going down. Ah, damn, look at that. Okay. They turn around and use it as resistance. Hmm. You know, I guess the Bears ain't playing today. They are not playing. These Bears are not freaking playing today. D- uh, dude. Mm. All right, so they came in and they used it as support to rebalance this area. Then we got a break, and then they used it as resistance. Hmm. Yeah, Tommy, I love being a bear too. That's why I hate this bullish market. And that's why I hate this freaking bullish market. Hold on. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Daddy's gonna come. Daddy's gonna have 15 more minutes and I'll come and play with you, baby. 15 more minutes. Okay? But yeah, Tommy, just like that one time, it's like, yeah, being a bear, it's that feeling where it's like, yeah, you after you get your target hit, you pull out that cigarette and say, "Hey, baby, was it good enough? Was it good as well? How does Smith say it? Was it good for you as good of it? Whatever that saying goes, man. That's how it feels. After you pull that cigarette out, being a bear is so great. I love it. But we don't get bearish price action anymore, so I have to be a bull now. We get one day of this great bearish price action. We get one day of this, and we don't get anything else. Okay. So it does seems like they're finding support here. If we can get a strong close, I'll take it. I kind of want to get in as close as possible to this level, but because the bears are trying to sell it now, it looks like they've made a strong low. And I mean, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. I would prefer to have my stop further back, but I mean, I guess you got to take what the market gives you. Well, if I was in at that 85 level, yeah, there is something wrong with that. If the market's moving gain weight, I'm trading. I mean, there's what else I'm gonna do? I'm a trader. What else I'm gonna do? Go outside, take a walk, get exercise? What? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Be outside in the sun? Get some vitamin D from the sun rays, the UV rays? Nah, I'm supposed to be in my house, in my hoodie, trading. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so if I got in at that 685 level, let's see, man. 685 plus 18, 703. 703 would be my first target. I would be so close getting my first target hit. Hey, man. So if I was in at 685, I would just be getting my first target hit. And I think where my target is now, it would have been my second target. Yep. That's why I get in at levels versus sometimes putting for confirmation. All right, there goes the first target. So this could possibly get all the way back up to this swing high right here. But I'm pretty sure. So you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Because I'm pretty like that 685 level is actually a good level, and they bought right at it. So what I'm going to do, I think that I'm gonna have my final target coming back up into this range, one there, and possibly here at this swing high. Uh, hmm. I ain't gambling. My target's getting hit. See, I guess this might be so. Gangway, I really don't know what your definition of gambling is because for the most part, I get in when I see certain type of price action. Now, if the market is only moving one way, I mean, I can't help that. I will say that I should have known the day was going to be a bearish day, but at the same time, you can't sit here and say that you was confident today was going to be a sell-off day with all this bullish momentum that we've been experiencing. I mean, if I'm going to play the odds, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to take the bullish price action because the bulls just have been winning and the bears haven't. I mean, today they definitely won today, but I'm green on the week. This will be my first red day for the entire week. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to take the bullish price action. I'm just going to keep betting on the bulls because the bears always fail. But when you do get a bearish move down, when you get a bearish move down, finally, I mean, how can you really see it? How can you trust it? Now, Tommy trusted his short position, and he got paid for it. But kind of going back to earlier the stream, I did have a feeling that 27 would have been that first area of resistance, but I didn't think that the market was going to use that as a reversal. I mean, usually, what do we usually see? We usually see like once we break a psychological level, we usually get that pullback, and then the bulls run it back up. I mean, just because the Bears finally got a win today doesn't mean I need to adjust my trading style because they got one day. As long as I respected my stops, which I think I did beautifully today. I didn't move my stop at all today. I think I only lost I lost 3 trades. So that's like $1,200 I lost. I only lost $1,200 and I may have gotten that back. Let me actually look at that. Yeah, I'm a little bit at break even. So I kind of broke even for the day. So the day is not even really a red day. I broke even. So so I mean, I don't know, gain weight. You call it gambling, but hey, I just play the odds, baby. Which I guess you could, huh? Yeah. I guess technically that could be gambling, but I trade the price action, and I'm just not I'm not deviating from that. That's why one-way markets, when the markets trade in one direction, those are usually my worst days. I'm not changing it just because the market chooses to do this for one day. I'm not changing it. I'm not going to change it. But I will give you I will give you the I will give you these. Where was that first trade at? So this trade right here, I'll give you that. That was definitely a FOMO trade. I will give you this. I will give you this one. I should have waited for the top of this range. That's what I should have did, as I was originally planning on doing, and I would have got 3 of my targets hit in this play. But I took an unnecessary loss in this play because I didn't wait. So I will give you that FOMO trade. And this trade right here, if I just listened to myself and said that if I saw the rejection that this was going to be a short, but in this instance right here, like I said, I just didn't trust it. I mean, on a normal day, this is a short, but I mean, the bulls are just being aggressively bullish. If I shorted this, I would have been mad that I didn't take the long. So I'm just gonna. I mean, I'm upset about this trade, and I'm upset about this trade. These 2 trades, I'll give you. Every other trade I took is a normal trade that I would usually take, and it just didn't work out this time. It didn't work out, or the times where it didn't work out, it just didn't work out. But I do expect for price to get back up into this range. That 685 level is definitely a strong level. You can see that they held it. They swiped the liquidity underneath this level, and they ran it. And I'll show you why this was a level that I was looking at for like the longest time. I was actually looking at this level earlier this week, because you can see right here. So that 685 level was initially resistance. They broke out from it, and from this breakout, that's where you saw that stop run. So that's why I had that 685 line drawn out from here. Now, obviously, they went all the way to like to 60 or something. And they bounced it right here at 70. Initially, they bounced it here. Okay. All right. So it says if you consider adjusting your targets or entry people. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call that gambling though, gain weight. That's definitely not gambling. That's just a fear of loss. That's not. I mean, you're gambling on a chance that price won't hit it, but that's just a fear of loss, and that's a normal emotion that every trader experience. I mean, I know that you're a great trader, obviously, obviously, but you didn't start off that way, gain weight. You can't sit there and say that. You ain't start off that way, but you are a great trader though. And I'm pretty sure it took a while and adjusting your stops and stuff like that. I mean, that's what traders do, man. We do it. We're not gonna sit here and beat each other up for that. That's not gambling. That's just normal trading behavior. But at the same time, you would have to know that you're adding more risk to your position if you adjust it. No, fear of missing out. I mean, I guess if that's how you define FOMO. I guess when I say fear of missing out or FOMO, it's I'm afraid that I'm gonna miss the trade. But fear of loss is I'm already in the trade, and I think the market is going to go my way. But I also think that the market is going to stop me out before it goes in my direction. And that would usually why a lot of traders would adjust their stop to give them breathing room. That's why I usually keep a 27-point stop on the Nasdaq. But I'm trying to move away from that because I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm using 27 points of risk, that means that I didn't have a really good entry. And then if I want to move back up, if I want to move up to trading 10 lots and 20 lots and stuff like that, 27 points is a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of points and a lot of money. It's a lot. Yeah, someone like gain weight in the size that he trades. I actually gain weight. How much points of risk do you usually have on your positions? If you don't mind sharing. I keep 27 points of risk because well, even if I was trading minis, I would only trade two contracts at a time, and every loss would be $1,000. But I would accept $1,000 because I was making 2 to 3K per trade anyway. This style of trading that I'm doing now is actually has been adjusted from my old style to help newer traders and showcasing that you can make as much money, if not more, in micros and minis. But my original my original style would be if these were two mini contracts, my stop would be in 27 points. It was either my stop or my targets was getting hit. And I would usually have one target at 50 and another target at like 75 or something. And so I was a big intraday swing trader before I readjusted it to how I trade now. And I will say that I had a lot of big wins. And that's kind of why I have this style where you guys will see me, I'll have like 60 to 70 point targets, is because that's how I used to trade, but with minis. And I would make 3 to 4K a day with trading like that. But at the same time, if it were to miss my target by a tick, I would really go tilt because I put all my hope in my targets getting hit. But if it got missed and the market reversed, I would lose all that money, plus it would hit my stop. And that would usually result in me tilt trading, trading on tilt. 9 times out of 10, I'm revenge trading off of that because I let all the profits go. 10 to 14 points. Yeah. I mean, I've come to realize that 18 points, like 18 points is probably, if you got a good entry, 18 points is really all you need. Or if you have a really great entry, 18 points is, but 27 is just so my heart doesn't pound every time it goes down. And I'm not thinking that, oh man, it's going to stop me out. It's going to stop me out. That's where the 27 points came from. But I do believe that this is more of a bounce than a reversal. We want to watch this potential trap high right here. We want to reverse. We want to watch this. Actually, let me rephrase that. I think they're going to probably come in at 685 more likely. 765 is more likely to hit to get a reversal from. But then at the same time, we do have the bottom of this range and we do have the 200 EMA. So I do think that people are going to take profits here. But ultimately, I think we can get up here at least. Because if we can break out from here, then obviously we can possibly retest VWAP. But it's going to be the battleground right now is in this area right here. This is the battleground. So the bulls are definitely going to have to defeat the bears in this area. So we're going to probably get a lot of back and forth. $826, huh? Can't wait. You can't sit here and say that adjusting your stops is gambling, and then turn around and say that you don't trade without a stop. Like what? Like what? I think you're trolling on that last one, dude. You're definitely trolling on that last one. You can't sit here and say that, yeah, if you adjust your stops, you're gambling. But sometimes I don't even put a stop in my position. Uh, well, like I said, game week. If we was in kind of answering your questions when you asked, he's not even you're not an indicator guy, but your EMA's crossed to the downside. Why didn't you take that short opportunity? Like I said, man. Like I said, I'm still kicking myself because this was a great opportunity right here. I'm still kicking myself in the butt for this one. But like I said, we've had so much bullish momentum. It's hard to trust bearish price action. I mean, we was getting all that yesterday. I mean, look at that. It crossed. It's just that the bulls were just being so freaking relentless. They're just relentless. I mean, yeah, we can get the bearish price action, but the bears don't hold it. They don't finish the rotation. I mean, it took them literally 48 hours to finish this rotation because if the bears was serious, they should have got this rotation yesterday. They should have got this rotation down to 685 yesterday. But the bulls have just been buying it up. Every time the bears almost get done with their rotation down lower, the bulls buy it back up. They buy it back up. They buy it back up. So, I mean, as a bear, I have to double question all the bearish price action I see. I have to always double guess, like, okay, is this the real? Is this going to be real this time? Can I be comfortable? Can I get my 50 to 60 points if I were to short here without being stressed? Because I mean, if I was in this, I mean, yeah, the bears finally got their move down, but look at that was a stressful short. Look at all this choppiness on the way down, and then the bulls finally failed here just for them to buy it right back up. It's just stressful being a bear, and that's why it's like I'll just take the longs, man. I'll just take the longs because being this stressed out in a trade is not even worth it. Just for the bulls to get it easily, it's just not worth it. And then even though the bears had this move down, you can see that they chopped it down, chop. I mean, this is a stressful short. They got it, but it's stressful just for the bulls to buy it right back up. So it's like I'll just stick with the bulls for right now because obviously the bears don't want to ever finish their rotation. They always get the bulls buy this shit right back up. It's just easier being a bull, honestly. And that's why I didn't take it. And right here, this is another good example. Yeah, the Bears have all this bearish momentum down. And they should get this double bottom at least. They should get a retest. And you can see that the Bears are struggling right here. But at the same time, I mean, the bearish rotation is already done. I think 685 may be that bottom because that's what I was looking for them to finish off yesterday. So obviously the bulls are coming in, but I think 685 may be that bottom for right now. And we could see price at least trade back up into where VWAP is. We can possibly see that. Says to be fair, shorts when I know for a fact we hit him down, and I have no stop. Longs. So you're more of a bear than a bull than huh, gain weight. As much that's kind of hard to believe. You trust the Bears more than the Bulls? That's kind of hard to believe, gain weight. I don't know if you're trolling there. I don't know if you're being serious. I mean, we met you as a raging bull. So for you to say that you put no stops on shorts, huh? That means you trust the Bears more than the Bulls. That's interesting to hear. Mm. Especially since the Bulls have been as regarded as they've been. Now, I mean, if you see a failure here from the Bulls, I will get stopped out of this position. I will get stopped out if they fail here. You don't trust the Bears, you trust your setup. Well, then let me ask you this. So I'm just going to make the assumption that you shorted, or did you short the top, or did you short 925? Where did you short at? Yeah, bull short. Yeah, when they sell themselves out of their position. Yeah, you're right. Bull short when they sell out of their positions. You're absolutely right. Man, I hate that I missed this one, man. I hate that. That was such a perfect short. I mean, if I missed this, just a breakdown of it for them to come back and then short it right back down, that should have been. But I mean, like I said, it's in hindsight. The Bulls could have easily bought this right back up. They could have easily bought it back up. But obviously, in hindsight, I should have trusted myself in this one. I should have trusted it. Honestly, this would have been the best short right here because I was talking about this at the beginning of the stream. I really don't know why I didn't take this short. I don't know why I did not take this one short because this is the first area that I was like, okay, so if they don't break over 2005, then we're going to get a breakdown. I don't know why I didn't take that short. And if I took it short, I mean, even if I had my targets spread out, they still would all got hit. And like I said, this is why I don't trust Bears. I don't trust them. I don't trust Bears to be Bears. All right, so I'm going to begin to trail this. We could see some initial resistance. I mean, this does look like an area where the bears could possibly come in, but I mean, you got this block of consolidation. You have the 200 EMA right here. We could see a rejection here. We could, but who knows, man. Oh, so you was long at 680 as well? I mean, that 680 level was definitely a strong area for the bulls to buy at. This was a great area to buy. You didn't take too much points in drawdown. I mean, you caught a quick. Let's see where this candle. So about 714 minus 685. So yeah, this was a quick 30-point bounce to the upside. Before it dropped down, I mean, I was already out of this at break even +1 with my 3 runner contracts. We did get that initial drop, but when I saw that it was coming back up, getting sucked back into this range, I just knew that, okay, I'm in the right area. 685 is that area where the bulls want to come back in. And from that, we saw this massive move back up. And this can possibly keep going back up into the top of this range. I mean, I would show y'all this, but remember, I lost like 15K in the sim yesterday, so I actually kind of brought this thing right back down, but I was negative 15K. But I did lose 1,200, and I did make that back. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to categorize today. I don't know how to categorize today. I mean, even though I took those 3 losing trades, I lost $1,200, but I made it all back, and now I'm green. But still, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I would have loved to be a part of the short. I would have loved to be a part of the short and not necessarily a part of this long. I would have appreciated the short more. I think this move down would have been better than this move back up. So I don't know how to feel about this, honestly. Yeah, I'm about to close. I'm about to end the stream at 11:30. So I'm going to end it at 11:30. I'm trying to see this one through. Hopefully we get it, but if not, hmm. I'm gonna see it through, baby. I think the Bears are going to try to trap high here. I think they're going to try to, or not the Bears, or the Bears. They're going to probably try to trap high right there. But if the Bulls can break into this range without a nasty rejection, if we can break into it, we can definitely we can expect for price to trade back up to the top of this range. We can expect that, but we're going to need a break from here first. So do you have like a time-based rule, game weight? Because you said that you're going to close in 2 minutes. So if some of your rules are time-based, because I do see a lot of people, at least online, talk about like if my trade doesn't perform in a specific amount of time, win or lose, I'm going to close the position. Is that true for you? Okay, that's interesting. Where did you pick that up from? I mean, shit, if we can. Oh, no. So I'm gonna try to trail this as much as possible. If I can get to where my target is and move my stop up there. So I had this at 10. All right. Okay. Keep on pumping, baby. Keep on pumping. Get to the top of that range. Keep on pumping. There we go. All right. So now is gravy. I mean, anything extra, anything extra is just icing gravy on the cake, baby. That's all. I got my stop where I would have stopped out at, or close to it, close enough. So if this keeps on going, it can keep on going, baby. Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. Shit, don't let me stop you. Don't let me stop you, baby. Don't let me stop you. All right, there we go. All right, guys. I'm gonna end it here. Like I said, tough start, man. Actually, it wasn't a tough start. It was a tough middle. Uh, like I said earlier in the stream, I kind of figured that the Bulls were going to push past 20K because everybody was talking about shorting 20K. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, they're going to push it past 20K because everybody's shorting it. We're going to see a stop. You're going to see a short squeeze higher. And I was actually looking for 27. And if I had a target at 27, it would have got missed by 2 points. And from here, we saw this nasty move down. We saw this move right back up. And you can see that, I mean, in hindsight, you can see that, I mean, it was resistance. And I was looking to go short here early in the stream. It's just that I just didn't think that the Bulls are just going to completely give this up. They completely gave up this move. So I did miss this one. But that follow-up trade, I'm definitely going to write in my journal about this because I saw it. We talked about it. I didn't execute on it, and that's what matters. It don't matter if you say, "Oh, I knew it. I knew it was going to do it." It don't matter if you don't take it. It don't matter if you don't take it. So, I'm about to say something I didn't mean. Taking that trade right there. He's doing that for. That was definitely the follow-up trade right there. I mean, if you missed this one, you missed that one. This was definitely the follow-up. But I did trust myself. I did trust the level that we talked about. I think in Monday's NA meeting, I was waiting for the market since Monday for them to touch 685. 685 has been on my map for a long time. So that's why I was telling Tommy, I was like, you might can wait for 685 because I know he had a target at 723, but 685 was definitely an area that the Bears was trying to get to, and we got there. And you can see that they're going to push this up higher. So I'm thinking that if we can continue to see a push, we can at least see 845 or at least a retest of VWAP. And we can get past 845, we're touching VWAP. There's no question. There's no question. If we can get above this neckline, we're touching the bottom of this range. And then we can possibly see it move back down to this range right here. Yeah, there's no question that this area right here is the next objective for the Bulls to overcome. This is definitely the next one. And I guess for shits and giggles, why not? Why not? Why not? Now this is dude. No, I'm gonna close this one. That was stupid. That was stupid. Like I said, I got to get out of that habit. This is the next objective for the Bulls right here to get over 845. And if we can get over 845, yeah, we can definitely get back to this range. we can definitely get back in. But all right, guys, that's good. That's it for me. I won back everything I lost. One thing that I do want to say before I end the stream is the only reason why I was able to do that is because I didn't move my stop. And I don't know if that was me subconsciously trying to teach myself a lesson from yesterday, but I'm gonna take it as that, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. I did move my stop. I lost the amount of money that I was supposed to lose, and in one trade, I made all that back. So, um, yeah, that's all I have. And with that said, peace out.